The Great Escape, based on the true events of Stalag Luft III, 1943. The German Luftwaffe believed they had the solution to their prisoner problem. A new high-security camp deep in the woods of eastern Germany. It was called Stalag Luft III, and it was designed specifically to hold the most escape-prone Allied airmen, the repeat offenders, the troublemakers. But in doing so, they made a fatal mistake. They put all the best minds in one place. Among them was squadron leader Roger Bartlett, a British officer known simply as Big X. Calm, calculating, and driven, Bartlett had no intention of staying behind the wire. But this time, his ambition went beyond a personal escape. He had a vision to break out 250 men in one night, to stretch German resources and morale to the breaking point. It would be the largest, most organized escape attempt of the war. To do it, they needed tunnels. Not one, not two, but three, code-named Tom, Dick, and Harry. The logic was simple. If the Germans discovered one, the other two could still go forward. Each tunnel would run over 300 feet, buried deep beneath the surface, past barbed wire and guard towers, emerging somewhere in the forest beyond. The team was assembled with precision. There was Danny, the Tunnel King, a Polish airman with a gift for digging. His partner, Willie, worked silently by his side. Hendley, the American scrounger, could find or trade for anything, from stolen wood to forged documents. MacDonald, the loyal second-in-command, coordinated intel. And in the corner, usually tossing a baseball, sat Hiltz, the rebellious American known as the Cooler King, for his regular trips to solitary confinement. Even Hiltz, who preferred working alone, soon joined the cause. Beneath the barracks, the prisoners began their work. They scraped through frozen soil using tin cans, fashioned tools from bed frames, and rigged ventilation using empty powdered milk cans. To light the tunnels, they rerouted electricity. To hide the dirt, they created dispersal bags and shook soil out through their trousers while walking in the yard. It was engineering genius born from desperation and resolve. But the risks were constant. German guards, called ferrets, prowled the compound daily. At any moment, a misstep could expose everything. One day, Tunnel Tom was discovered. The loss was crushing. Still, they pressed on, focusing efforts on Harry. Then came the night. March 24th, 1944. Everything was ready. Escape clothes had been sewn. Forged IDs and maps were distributed. The tunnel, Harry, was complete, until the men realized with horror that it was too short, ending just short of the trees. To reach safety, each man would have to crawl out and dash across open ground, right under the guard towers. Still, they went. One by one, men slipped through the tunnel, braving the cold and the fear. The line moved slowly. Some lost their nerve. Others froze, waiting for the signal. By dawn, 76 men had escaped. Then the alarm sounded. Chaos erupted. Spotlights flared. Dogs barked. Soldiers stormed the tunnel. The dream was over. What followed was a massive manhunt across Nazi-occupied Europe. The escapees split up, by train, by bike, even by foot. Hiltz stole a motorcycle and made a daring attempt to outrun the border patrol, flying over barbed wire in an iconic leap before being captured. Hendley and the nearly blind Blyther made it far, only for Blythe to be gunned down. Bartlett and MacDonald reached a train station before they, too, were caught. And then came the darkest moment of all. By direct order of Hitler himself, 50 of the recaptured men were executed, gunned down without trial. Their deaths stunned the world. Only 3 men made it to freedom. Yet the story didn't end in failure. Though most were returned to the camp, broken and grieving, the escape had worked in other ways. It tied up thousands of German troops, exposed Nazi brutality, and showed the unbreakable spirit of men who refused to be caged. They hadn't escaped the war, but for one night, in one incredible effort, they escaped the walls that held them. And that made all the difference.